from what it is now, which is just hey, wacky racers, isn't that cool? Um,
Which
so
is wild to me because like the set like if you the story and the Planeswalkers guide
mhm.
are so metal, right?
Right, yeah,
And like the outward perception of the set is it's wacky racers. It's like it's kind of that, but it's there's so much more going on here, guys.
right, and the story that you're able to show is just like, yeah, hey, you know that, hey, the sharks are like blue red aligned people,
Hmm.
and people are looking at the cards and they're just like, fuck yeah, sky sharks, and it's like, all right, cool, cool, cool. Now, if you read the story, this is how they actually exemplify blue and red. This is how the goblins exemplify their speed god of like green and red. This is how hey, this is how Jace, a blue person, a blue planeswalker, a blue character, doesn't process and avoids drama. Um, and that's just like and that, I mean, hey, that's what draws me to the lore as much as it does. More so than the cards, in some respects. I like Chandra's story this time way more than I like that goddamn card.
I mean, the art's nice.
The art's
It's
great.
definitely a different. It wasn't what I was expecting from the Chandra card.
It's not
Uh,
Chandra the character. It's just not.
no,
It's not Chandra the character at all. And you're good,
well,
Celtic. Yeah. Celtic, Lev Dev. Hello, welcome everyone.
Hello.
Um, God, I was getting things ready and then I started talking.
oh, sorry, Dylan. My bad. My
No,
bad. I
hey, that.
distracted you.
Yeah, hey, that's on me. So yeah, we're going to welcome our guests really fast. But first, before we do that, Celtic, this is K. Arsenal Rivera. And this is
Hello.
the author
Hello.
of the storyline. Well, like the story block. What do we call it? Because it's not like
The
the storyline. It's
the main story
the
book.
main story. Yes, the main story for, well, a myriad of
It's a
titles. Yes.
long list now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yepperoni to the
Yepperoni.
pepperoni.
Yeah. So actually, no. Let me finish the intro. So yes, this is for Aether Drift. This is what Kara covered, um, and I don't know how much of the lore that you've read for Aether Drift so far, but it is pretty freaking cool. And obviously very, very well done. And if you have any questions, this also goes to you, LevDev, which I know you've been reading and catching up on the story every single day, so you'll definitely have something to say. But yeah, we are able to ask some questions,
I will
yeah,
answer as
to
best I
the
can before the
correct,
snipers get me.
correct, yes, correct, correct, yes, yes, yes.
Grizzly.
good to
We
know.
have T minus X
I have to
minutes
tell you, as I
before
barely
they
finished
get to Curious Location, of
it, I
course. But
have lots of recaps of it. So,
what's up?
oh no.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
But
What? Oh,
Oh,
anyway.
somebody was talking, I
Oh,
think.
gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Lev Dev, go ahead. You know what, Lev, go ahead and ask one question that I know is just on your mind.
okay, so what's one good question about the Aether Drift story? You know what? Let's go with the nice, generic, kind of like icebreaker one.
Uh-huh.
What was your most favorite thing about writing the Aether Drift story? Like, what was your favorite bit, for lack of a better word?
Probably my favorite bit to write was honestly the section where, and I'm hoping here that people have read the story. I don't want to terribly spoil it, but then again, Kuro and I have been talking about it for a minute, so
Mm-hmm.
rip those worries. But the section where the Amonkhet team wins and they zoom out, and there's this idea of when the Amonkhet team tells the story of their victory, they don't include Winter at all. He's just not there, not even a concern in their minds. And I love that not because I hate Winter, who's a pathetic, like, wet cat of a man that, like, he's great for being the pathetic wet cat of a man, right?
He's the
Like
new Tybalt for sure.
Mm-hmm.
he does that so well. And
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love that
the
he's
second
there.
Tybalt.
Yeah, he's blue Tybalt, Blibbled, if you will. Uh, but I wanted Amonkhet win to feel transcendent and to feel mythical and to feel really centered in what drove them to race and why it meant so much to them. And this idea that this story is something they're going to pass down, that this is something that's going to be eternal for them. And within that, there's no space for someone like Winter. It was just, it's exactly what I wanted it to be. And so probably that was my favorite part.
Hello.
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 Yeah. So your favorite part,
Hey-oh.
your favorite part of the story was like slash dancing on Winter's
Winter's great.
Winter's
Yes.
yeah. Awesome. Hey, that's great. Like
Possible
that,
great.
yeah.
I don't know. He just got yoinked back.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure
Yeah.
he'll be.
I'm sure
I mean,
he'll walk it off.
he
I
literally
will
does.
say, just seeing how a group of people tell their own story was very fascinating to see. And yeah, there is a little bit of funny how even pretty much the Amakettans were like, "Oh wait, what do you mean, Winter? No,
Who?
we just decided from what we did with our heroics while we were doing the finish line and dancing the Kool-Aid."
Winter, never heard of him. Anyway, yeah, that is definitely a good freaking moment. Actually, Lev Dev, what was your favorite moment in the Amonkhet story?
That's a hard one because I will have to give compliments to Riviera here. The story was really good. There was actually a lot of really good moments, but I think the one that just brings me the stupid amount of joy because of the community reaction to it, it has to be with the interaction with Lute and Duretti when they were stuck in the cage and they just shared pretty much what they thought was going to be their last chocolate because they're like, well, let's go out like men.
Yeah,
But just seeing the interactions there.
I did
And yeah,
not
just
expect the chocolate thing to pop off the way it did.
it was amazing. Like seeing people being like, okay, what's the difference between the chocolate that Duretti gave them and then the chocolate that Vraska probably gave them and such, and just seeing that interaction and even talking with Herman, being like, okay, so we know what probably the chocolate was named in, kind of like essentially Duretti, or not Duretti, Vraska is essentially being a variant of the umbrella, but it's like, well, what would Duretti name their chocolate in their plane? And pretty much Herman said, Lev, it's Italy. You know what they named the chocolate there.
Yeah, that was also one of the joys of writing Magic Story is being able to include little details like that don't really affect anything, but they're just fun. You know, they're just heartwarming to have, and I certainly did not anticipate people glomming onto the chocolate the way they did, but it was a lot of fun to write, and it felt right for Duretti to have something like that. He just feels like the sort of guy who's prepared for most things. So of course he had some chocolate. It's not water.
Like, of course, like just of course, like what else would he do?
Why wouldn't he?
Of course.
Yeah. Also, the link to the game is in the chat room. I see Celtic already found it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me check the chat room one moment. Sorry, just sometimes I get a little bit finicky on trying to figure out how you open up the chat room on Discord at times.
Yeah, it's right
there. We go.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yep. All good.
There we go. Let me jump in. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
You probably wanted to see the board state, so to speak.
I mean, no, don't worry. We're on a whole screen anyway. But yeah.
Oh man.
We'll actually talk about this story soon. Can you, Kira,
Yes.
for my favorite moment other than I loved the 𝔹𝕃ℂ𝔻.
The talk with him?
Yeah, really, really, really cool. Just really like like Chandra's like, what can I do for you?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I would just love to hear about you, like just your life, your time. Like the greatest gift you could give me is just time with you. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Telling me about how other people live and go about their lives. Because something that I wanted to emphasize with that too is that what 𝔹𝕃ℂ𝔻 is asking for is something that we all get to do as players of Magic: The Gathering. You know,
Right.
we all get to experience those stories. So of course he wants to hear more of
Hold on. It sounds like you're away from your microphone.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Like, I mean, as Magic players and as like Commander players, especially, we kind of get to tell stories with our cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
As we challenge each other and have great moments and everything like that. And 𝔹𝕃ℂ𝔻 is just interested. Like, he's just like, what's that like? Just talk to me. And I was that was my favorite moment personally, other than of course.
And if I may add, one of the more awesome kind of like sections of that whole Amonkhet Desert section in general, and I was talking to someone on Discord about it, it just makes a lot of sense to Chandra to have a bit of a, as the word goes, a little bit of, what's the word? It's emotional release, or essentially just, I guess,
Catharsis.
mental health.
Catharsis,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yep.
Within Amonkhet, considering, well, the last time she was in Amonkhet, it was not really pleasant.
She got
For lack
defeated,
of a
that's for
better
sure.
word.
Yeah. That was hell on, like, literally hell on earth. Like, that was the most apocalyptic situation she might have actually been in, because it really was like the end. I mean, it was literally the end days for a plane that she's on. And she's, I mean, that story was funny as hell because it switched to Nico Bolas's view at the last part, and just how he's like, all right, the Gatewatch is here. I want to see what their plan is. Fire? Are you
That's
seriously shooting fire at a dragon? Oh my god,
That's all you've got.
This is so disappointing. I'm so disappointed right now.
Yep.
I loved. Oh my god, I loved that. So, yeah, she definitely. Amonkhet. I mean, of any of these planes, other than like Avashkar, I'm probably equal to, at the very least. It's just like, of all of these planes where it's just like, I'll never go back here because of just this traumatic thing that happened, it would be Amonkhet, and it's really nice to see her kind of face that, and exactly the catharsis that she got from there was beautiful to see.
Exactly. It was probably, I would say, my second favorite moment besides the chocolate scene. Maybe third. It's hard because it's a two-way tie between that and I would say just like the whole situation with essentially Spitfire and such, and just the whole kind of like interaction and development of her character was something I really enjoyed seeing.
Yeah, Spitfire was somebody who was a little bit tricky for me, even as I was starting to write her, because something that Kuro brought up earlier is this idea of you being the planeswalker and you being tied to the philosophies of the colors, right? And that's certainly true for me too. That's how I started playing Magic, but Simic is just something I've never felt any kind of tie to.
Yes! Preach!
I don't get it on a play level. It's not my favorite in terms of philosophy, and that's not to say it's bad, right? Something that
that's to say it's for me. That's to say it's bad. Get out of here.
But like, something I do firmly believe is that Magic is for everybody, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that there's space for stuff that I don't connect with in Magic that still feels cool. And so trying to figure out how Sita approached things and like just what it felt like to be in her head was so hard until I figured it out like midway through the story, and in revisions it really all came together. In that, what was really key is that she sees herself and puts herself in Chandra's shadow because of what happened to her during the invasion. And once that fell into place, I was like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Just like that whole sequence where she was... Okay, spoilers for people.
Listen, we already talked about the end of the race. It's fine.
Yeah, very much. Essentially, what happened is when essentially she's escaping, essentially the Muraganda trap, essentially, that was set by the Raiders there, and pretty much how that reminded her of the trauma of just the Phyrexian invasion. That was just like, holy crap.
Yeah, there's
Even
that.
their
There's
way.
the scene toward the end where she realizes that like her trauma kicks in when she sees Pia in danger as well was also very crucial for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we will 100% continue the story discussion, but I do want to get the game going.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we
I
will
mean,
be yapping throughout the entire thing.
Vorthos people can talk for a minute. I
Yeah.
can
Hi,
say from that kind of
Kara.
experience.
Yeah, Celtic Warrior. Sorry for being caught in the Vorthos pod here.
Well, I mean, so let me tell you. So I have not been huge in the story up until recently. I got
Mhm.
more into the story after the Phyrexian invasion and
Mhm.
following a little bit of that. But when Aether Drift was announced, like I was super excited for it because in my mind I'm like, okay, I see wacky racers here, I see speed racers, I see stuff I love, and so I was like, I couldn't wait for the story. So
Mhm.
I kind of, probably Dustmorn story. I followed some of it. I'm bad sometimes about stories, but this one I was like, I like fell in love with the story. Like absolutely enjoyed it. The only thing I wish we could get from this is I would love to see this as like an animated cartoon,
Oh,
45
Oh, for
minute,
sure.
hour
that would be
short.
sick.
Just because of the vibes it gives. But yeah, I absolutely like. I'm super excited. I when it was announced, I had some ideas of how the story was going to go. Maybe
Mhm.
some of it was right. Some of my guesses were right of who was going to win.
Mhm.
When we got like going into the story, but then how I wanted the story to end, I was like, okay, well, that's not exactly how I wanted to win, but we are on Tarkir now, so maybe Nicol Bolas will show up. I was hoping the bad guy would show up at the very end and we would see who was behind trying to win this thing,
Mhm.
like you see in wacky races happen time and time again. But,
Mhm.
in time, I'm sure the big bads will show up. The bigger bads.
Yeah, the
All
bigger
right,
bands. Yeah. Well,
gentlemen.
I mean, Jason Vrasker are setting themselves up to be pretty big bats.
They
Or very
certainly
concerned
are. They
parents.
certainly are.
They're
All right.
going to protect the universe. They're going to save
Listen,
everybody.
I
At least
stand
we're
for
going to have an
Jace.
epic
Okay, I'm
battle.
here. I'm here for for whatever it is. All right.
All right.
But yeah, let's dive into the game.
Okay,
Yeah.
speaking
Of
of,
course.
Oh yes.
I was a fool and I forgot to update this deck, and I have a $70 basic land here.
You can swap it really fast if you need,
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will do that
or
very
just draw
quickly.
another card.
Thank
Like
you.
whatever. It's
It
I
happens.
I don't think any
Yeah.
of us are trying to mill you out.
Yeah, let me just
Also,
grab a land here
Oh
from
yeah,
the
this new
deck.
gimbal deck totally has a mill strat. I would just
Oh, oh god.
uh,
also, if it's cool, I know you have me down as Kuro as
yeah. Captain
Captain
America.
America. I
Yeah,
do
you can
have
play
him. I can grab him, but I was wanting
Goshen Tai.
to try out the it's the 20 ways to win deck.
Oh,
I want to
okay.
give it a go and just see how it goes.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. All right. I'll change that up. But for right now, we'll just we'll do our intros because that's what we got to do. So, welcome everyone to another exciting, very exciting pod of the Kurotsuki stream. This is the Vorthos cast. Okay. So like, if you're here for some Commander games, you're gonna see that. Okay. I'm always gonna provide that. But this is like the Vorthos episode. We have the author of the Aether Drift main story here, K. Arsenal Rivera, and I mean, listen, I yap about the lore. She writes and yaps about the lore. LevDev types about the lore on Twitter, does like really, really good breakdowns, especially as cards come out. And Celtic Warrior is a sweet gamer. So Celtic, it's gonna be your job to keep us on track. Because we're gonna
Okay,
drift.
all
We're
right.
we're going to
We're
drift.
Aether Drift, you might
We are
even say.
yes.
Aether
Yeah.
drift.
We are we are Aether drifting. So just a like a hey game. It's like all right, thank you. Don't worry about doing that. But yeah, so let's get into our introductions as we always do. We're gonna ask our guests name, pronouns, information on their deck, basically the Rule Zero conversation. And then, last but not least, something non-Magic the Gathering, just completely non-Magic the Gathering related about themselves that they would like to share so we can learn a little bit more about the people behind the cards. So, we will start with the titular K. Arsenal Rivera.
Hello. My name is K. Arsenal Rivera. I write magic fiction. I've written quite a bit of it. I wrote the storylines for. This gets longer, I feel like, every time I come onto this show.
Perfect.
But I wrote Innistrad, Midnight Hunt, Crimson Vow, Side Story in Streets of New Capenna, March of the Machine, Wilds of Eldraine, and now Aether Drift. So I've written pretty almost every single time, I think, with the exception of the Aftermath story that Chandra has been in a main story. I have written her for the past like
Huh.
5 years. Yeah, so it's been fun. It's been fun. One of the things that I had the pleasure of introducing to the world was Kellen here. He's my boy, my little nephew. I love him dearly. And so this is my Kellen deck that I made for the Wilds of Eldraine release. And Kuro actually, we did a stream together for that. And Kuro got me some cards for this, gave me some cards. Wonderful, wonderful things that will now be used against him.
Yep,
It's
I
your
read it every
standard
day.
Voltron deck. It plays. This is my most linear deck. It does the same thing every time. I don't need to think until like turn 4. And I like that. It's very samey. I'm just looking to beat the crap out of somebody with double spike. That's it. Very straightforward. In terms of other stuff, something that I've brought up a few times when I come here is that I'm very close to earning out on my first non-magic book, The Tiger's Daughter, which came out in almost 10 years ago at this point. Man, that's scary. I'm happy to report that for the first time, I'm back on a Kuro stream, and The Tiger's Daughter has now earned out. So that's
Yay!
my non-magic thing for you. Every single copy of The Tiger's Daughter that sells now is $3 in my pocket.
Hell
Yay!
yeah. Hell yeah. All right, so I need to buy another one, is what you're saying.
You don't need to buy another one.
To
I
avoid being
appreciate
swung
you.
at, do I need to buy another one? Awesome. That's really, really good to hear. I'm glad that that's finally counted down and happened. That's sweet. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Hell yeah. All right, over to our next guest. We have Vorthos Master Lev Dev.
Hello, one and all. Lev Dev, also known as, you know what? Technically, I would say PGD Hansen on the other platform, but I really don't use that other platform, so I don't even have to say that now. Yay! Anyway, mostly Lev Dev. Mostly just like to do card game analysis of upcoming sets, try to review each card, just essentially try to give the vibes of what format that they will see play in. Also try to do top 10 lists for sets, but also I like to talk a lot about the Vorthos and stories and just the enjoyable moments of it. As for what we are playing today, we're playing my baby, my joy, my pride, Gimbal, Gremlin Prodigy. The basic premise of this deck is pretty simple. I am going to try to find a way to make a lot of artifact tokens, and I'm going to try to get value from that artifact tokens, but there is also a creature sub-package where essentially, as well as a planeswalker sub-package that makes artifact tokens, and I either try to gain value from those tokens or try to stampede you with the tokens. Enough said.
That's super fair. Yeah, Gimbal is a U deck. Just it's completely you, and I love to see you play it. Yeah. And then something non-magic related about yourself.
Oh yeah, I think the one thing I'll say that related to currently, one of the more exciting news is, like I said, I'm trying to get better with the health, and actually I'm going to be having a surgery that I think it's gastric bypass, I think is what they called, just to help out with the health actually upcoming in March. So just doing my stuff to get ready for that. So that should be an interesting experience.
Oh, well, good luck with that.
Yeah, absolutely, bud.
It's scary to go to get surgery, so props to you for that.
Mm-hmm. No, that'll be
Mm-hmm.
hey, that'll be a journey, but we're here for you, bud.
Appreciate it.
Okay, and then over to our last guest, the one that's going to keep us on track and on task, Celtic Warrior Games.
No
Yes,
pressure.
the
No
hardest
pressure.
task ever. The guy who has ADHD and just gets distracted and would get enjoying the story because I enjoy Aether Drift story and some of the
Shit.
story as well. I will do my best though. I promise. I'll put a trigger. I'll put a timer on my phone and be like, "Hey, I'm checking on the game for a second." But yes, I'm Celtic Warrior Games. You can find me all over the place doing Magic the Gathering content mostly. I have just recently become an ambassador for the two current sets. You got Innistrad Remastered and Aether Drift coming out shortly. I was super stoked for Aether Drift, and everyone's talking about the story. It's one of the few stories I actually got super into, and actually have done retelling of the story with my excitement, craziness, just telling what I see. So you can actually check those out on my channels. I don't know if I do the stories as justice because it's me in ADHD mode, like reading through the story and like saying what I think's happening and all that stuff. But I have thoroughly enjoyed the story. I'm excited to learn more about the story and, you know, excited to see where we're going in the story of Aether Drift. If you haven't read the Aether Drift story, you got to do it. It's really good. And then something, and oh yeah, I forgot. I'm playing, so everyone sees Ghost Shintai, they're like, oh, you're playing Shrines. Not. This is actually the 20 Ways to Win deck that was a secret lair. And there are 20 ways to win. I joked earlier, someone said there's 20 ways to win and 20 ways to lose as well. So we'll see how this deck goes. There's lots of ways to win. I don't know. I have not played this deck yet, so the first time playing it, hopefully we can try to get one of those ways or try to just get a bunch of them going at one time and see if one of them kicks off. It'd be really funny if I get like 3 or 4 ways to win all at the same time.
Nice.
And then something non-magic, I guess if we're talking people doing story stuff, I am in the process, hopefully this year, writing some kids' books. So
Nice.
telling my friends some stories, friends' kids some stories for a while now, and I want to turn them into actual books. We're on like 5th or 6th adventure, so I need to like actually sit down and write this. So so I get the stories right. But
Yeah.
this year I'll be working on doing that and getting some of those probably just self-published. Get someone to do the artwork for it and have fun with it.
Nice. Oh my gosh, you got some
Awesome, dude.
very literary pod. I love this. Awesome. Alrighty. And then I'm your host, Kurohatsuki. Hello. I will be playing every time Kira's on. See, when Kira first started appearing, it was like accidental. I literally just felt like playing certain decks of mine. Like I got 52, so there's a lot. But I just like felt like playing them. And then Kira pointed out, it's like, you know, every time I'm on, you keep playing characters that I've written for. And I'm like, you know what? You're goddamn right. So now it's on purpose. However, yes, I like to play characters that Kira's written, and I can either gush about certain aspects of their lore or rage Rowan. And it'll all be Kira's fault. But I'm playing Will and Rowan Kenrith. I loved these two way back when in the past. I guess when I could just self-insert what I felt their lore was. But I still very much like them when they're getting along. So we're gonna do this. It's blue-red planeswalkers, and yeah, we're gonna kick some butt. All right, we're gonna finally get to the game. But just remember, chat, we will, and I mean it, we will be yapping about the Magic lore the whole time, just the whole way through. So yeah, my players, please feel free to take your turns and do things, you know, unless it's like really important. But like, you know, the game is just the vehicle, but we're yapping for the lore. Okay, so just go ahead and do your turns at your own pace. And yeah, that is about it. Let's dive on in. Let's roll a d20 to see whomst among us will be going first.
You got special lineup D20 over
15.
Mm-hmm. A 4.
I rolled a 1.
there. I got an 11.
15.
This is the Black Lotus D20.
Ooh,
Very nice.
very spicy. Alrighty.
Accidentally knocked over the top of my
I
deck
had
there, but
one of those, and I will admit, they are very hefty, for lack
they're
of a better word.
so heavy. I
So
wasn't
chunky.
expecting it to be that heavy.
Nice. Okay, I'm not going first. Shit. Who's going first?
Yeah, who's going first?
Roll the 15, I believe. Did
15
you
is
beat
high?
15? Or are we doing the low roll?
Hi roll.
I roll.
Low
I
roll
think I
would
beat
have
it,
been me.
unless Celtic beat the 15.
Nah, I had an
I guess I'm
11,
going first then.
So you get first.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right, start us out.
Fair enough. I will draw my lick card. And speaking of lore stuff, for my vault, pass the turn.
Hey, there we go.
I'm sure they're fine.
I'm sure they're not.
Okay, we're gonna.
You know, it's okay to have a race that went extinct a million years ago. It's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Planes.
It's not like they left something very ominous that could potentially I don't know, maybe reset a multiverse. Who knows?
No, that's silly.
Oh man, we got a turn one play. Turn one play.
Soul Attendant. Soul's
Ooh.
Attendant.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Love that
Whenever
play.
another creature enters the battlefield, I may gain 1 life. So,
All
right.
Yeah, I'll probably gain that life, so I'll pass this.
Oh, thank you, Medic. You're right. Yep, you're right. Thank you. I'm just going to play this Mystic Sanctuary tapped, and I'll pass.
All right.
Thank you, Medic. Yeah, you're right. I do have
cool.
the old names up. 'Cause
Play
I
Windstar
didn't...
Crag, and that
because
enters
I
tapped,
did
and I will
not-
gain 1 life, and I will pass.
And tap upkeep a ledge roll. Well, I'm just gonna play myself a nice mountain. And then do I have any players?
Thank you.
Not at the moment. I shall pass the
Appreciate
ledge
it.
turn.
All right.
Close here because less people are reading. Yeah. No, appreciate it. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Probably there for your...
If you ever see any
Of course.
mistake in
I
the
mean, I'm
stream,
making
you can
sure.
post it wherever. That doesn't
If
matter
you
to
have
me.
it,
I
could
just
you put
I
your
just want to
commander
make sure
in
that the stream is going well.
the,
Any audio or video issues, please tell me.
The spell table thing?
Yeah, you're
Spell table,
right.
yeah.
My bad.
I will draw. It's all good. I just wanted to make sure I could remember everything the thing does, because...
It's a couple of cards.
Answer.
Play a forest. I'm going to tap 2 for an arcane signet. I'm telling you, this deck just decided to be good.
Very kind to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm going
Look
to
at you
tap
go.
1 for a blue for a Mystic Remora.
Okay, you can
Oh boy.
go a little
Yeah.
bit less.
Now, here's the thing, though. This card probably is just dead, probably on this board right now. Like, because, I'm so used to Mystic Remora and CDH, and it's like, cast it out, turn 1 or turn 2, get lots of draws. This one's probably, like, maybe a draw or 2, but we'll see. And I will pass the turn with that. No need to poke anybody just yet.
We will see. I am going to play a Spire Bluff Canal, and I'm going to pass.
All right. Well, Celtic, you're gonna get some cards off me this turn.
No, Kira,
that.
no.
I can't pay. I got a game plan. All right.
But what if we all just skipped a turn and nothing happened, but we don't draw someone cards?
If you feed the fish, it goes away. If it gets fed 1 to 3 cards, it goes away. If it gets no cards, it stays around.
Yeah, but then you don't play anything.
I'm gonna play a mountain. I'm gonna tap, and I'm gonna use Birthright Boon on Kellen.
Oh my goodness.
An artifact, like I always do. I will tell you right now, it's Hammer of Nazan. Go.
Clearly, you haven't seen recent Magic the Gathering content of quite a couple of content creators just going like, yeah, just don't pay the fish. Just don't pay the fish.
I have not.
Yeah, well, it shows. It shows.
Feed the fish. Feed the fish. Always, if you can afford to, don't feed the fish. But it's really hard. In lower powered games, more casual games, it is easy to take a turn or 2 off to force them to make that decision.
Correct. Anyway. Anything else after that, Rivera?
No. Go. I'm just getting Hammer
Okay.
of Nazan, that's all.
Feeding
Fair
the
enough.
fish and more
I'm just
humane.
going to
Yeah,
get
sure.
my draw. Gonna play Aspire. And unfortunately, I have to feed the fish as well, mostly because I want to get this out as soon as possible. Academy Manufacturer.
Oh God.
That's a creature, so it doesn't trigger
Non-creature spell,
Oh
yes.
yeah, I always forget it's a non-creature spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So yeah,
Well,
this
it
one's
needs
simple.
that, so.
It's a 1 free.
Uh-huh.
If you want to create a clue, food, or treasure, I create all those.
Yeah.
Yay!
No, that needs to go. Got it.
Yeah, okay. Let's keep creating a 1/1. Okay, I'm trying to read what she does for each number artifact tokens. Okay, that definitely needs to go.
Yeah.
With that, I shall pass the turn.
All right, I will untap. Let me look at my hand real quick.
Kira, who's your favorite character in Aether Drift Story?
My favorite character in Aether Drift Story?
Mhm.
Let me think. I mean, I've written Chandra a lot, so I've become very fond of Chandra.
Mhm.
I really ended up liking Spitfire quite a bit. So I would say of the main cast, it's probably Spitfire. Of the side cast, I think it's probably Far Fortune.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Her whole Mad Max vibe. Oh, yeah, go
Yeah, the
ahead and
Mad
do your
Max
turn, Celtic.
vibe.
You're good.
It's like
No, I was good. I just forgot to gain the life there when that creature came in.
Okay, gotcha.
I paid for Mystic. Just I want one more round.
Yeah,
with
I see it.
I'm gonna play a Simic Guild Gate, which is a gate. And Kelly Manufacturer
Oh my God.
scares me.
It is a
I'm gonna
gate.
I'm gonna dark still mutation that, or at least it's
That's a fair response, honestly.
It's not dead. It's just
I
a
mean, it's a
0-1
fair response. I
It's a
know. It's a
0-1
bug.
indestructible bug.
Honestly, that's like the best place for Academy Manufacturer to be. Less like anything less than Exile. This is the best place.
And then I will pass.
To say that the plague just kind of bugs me.
Oh my God. But yeah, Spitfire, you would say?
Yeah, Spitfire, I would say, of the main cast, especially once I got to like actually know her, so to speak. I think there's a lot of depth to her and to her contrast with Chandra. I think that a lot of the time in Magic we focus on these big planeswalker stories, right? But one thing that I like about her is that she's a lot like what we might have seen from a Chandra if she hadn't sparked, right? She's just trying to get by, and she's just responding to this horrific invasion that's traumatized her in the best way she knows how, which is creating this splinter persona and trying to get a spark. But yeah, I really like her. I'm not sure if we'll see her again because she's so specific to racing, but I hope we do.
Yeah. I mean, maybe in Kaladesh. I mean, or sorry, Return to Avishkar. That would be something that we could see. And yeah, I'll play Chandra. I don't pay for it in your Gokir.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you not upticking or doing anything with it?
She starts at. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I am. I'm plus zeroing.
And doing the.
Putting a loyalty counter on each red planeswalker I control.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I was just checking.
All right, so I will play a Battlefield Forge. I will tap all 3 to play Kellen.
Okay.
Kellen's
here.
That will be it for me. Pass.
No life off of that.
Why did
the one thing I do like? Oh,
no, go ahead.
I will say one thing I did like about the story, and it's one thing that made me happy that I decided to wait, because context, one of the upcoming videos I'm going to be doing is talking a little bit about the very, dare we say, decisive character Loot, and I'm just finally grateful that we actually got more lore on the little guy.
Yeah.
So,
some more characterization of Loot themselves versus like just about Loot.
He got a whole point of view here. He was just trying to. What I loved about it was how in stride he took what had happened to him. Where he's like, "Oh, yeah, I guess we've been captured. Oh well."
Is he like, Mom and Dad will save me, or just like, okay. Coach Blucher, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate
Hot chalky. Okay.
All right, sounds great. Cool.
Exactly.
Does he have like a not like a concept of fear, but just like, does he, like, how grown up is Loot? Like how much like a child is Loot?
He's a child, but he's, a Fomori child.
Right.
So he's got a lot of growing to go, because if you look at the other ones that we've seen examples of, like Ruhan,
yeah.
They're huge.
Massive.
So he's in his young stage for sure. We don't know very much about Fomori physiology. We don't know if they stay young for a little bit and then they have a crazy growth spurt, or if it's more of an extended situation. But he's still pretty young.
He's still, for all intents and purposes, a little guy.
He's a little guy.
Just very much a little guy. And
just let people. Pretty much. I just was trying to find the golem token, but just to let 𝔹𝕃 know that free creatures head into the battlefield, so you're going to gain free life.
Yeah, I was just checking on that. I was like, okay, I didn't see the golem yet. I assumed you were looking for a token, so.
Correct.
Oh man, that Tomio is so beautiful.
Right.
Yep.
Look, I just want to have an interaction. Yeah. You're talking about Loot. I want to have him have an interaction with 𝔹𝕃.
There we go.
And
I would love that.
𝔹𝕃 is just like, where am I going? He just opens an omen, shows him an omen path, and he's going somewhere random.
No, he would send him back home for sure.
Imagine Loot and the Unluckiest, though. Where he just
my gosh, yeah.
transported somewhere he doesn't want to be at all.
That's a movie I want to watch.
At the end of it, be like, I ain't around you anymore.
I don't think I like you.
Yeah.
That was you. Is that your turn?
Yep, I passed the turn after that.
Okay, I will untap.
So,
I'm gonna let
with-
fish go.
Writing, yay! With writing
Yeah.
loot, because like loot, kind of like I imagine writing elves in a way but like a younger elf, right? So like you still have to write them as a younger character, interested in the world around them, but also seeing more than everyone else does, right? So, if there's like an invisible beast that's stalking the party, he's just like, yeah, it's just like been there the whole time. Is that like not normal? Where everyone else would be like freaking out.
Just so everyone knows, I'm attempting to cast Geonos Hero of Meletus.
Oh,
All
I
right.
love those guys.
So,
Okay, is this?
Like,
I'm
I've
sorry.
got
Is
no
this a way to
response there.
win?
I don't.
What?
Honestly, there are 20 ways.
It's
to win.
winning in our
Those.
hearts.
I know there's a way to
if I
win with
remember-
enough cards in my. There's like 2
Hi,
ways to win with
Asa.
enough cards in my hand. Like there's 2
We
different
got the
ways
blue.
to win. I think in the deck with having cards in hand.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a way to
If
win
my
with
memory- oh,
lands. But yeah,
If my
continue.
memory serves me correct, I think that deck also has Farados Armament, so keep in mind, life total is also a win condition.
I'm sure
Yes,
it'll be fine.
there are a couple life total win conditions in there as well. So, but it is literally an unaltered, just as it came. So
Yeah.
I sleeved it up, put it up. All right. So cast that. I'm gonna move to my end step. I will draw a card, and then each player may put a land card from their hand onto the battlefield. I will put this Thornlight Bridge or Thorn Glint Bridge onto the battlefield.
I will draw a card.
I will draw a card.
I will put a land into play.
And there you go. That's my turn.
Alrighty. Okay. Gonna put this command tower into play. I gotta answer that later. I'm going to play a Jaya's Phoenix. Goofy card with flying haste. Jaya, character that we will not be seeing again.
Unfortunately.
And it's not Kira's fault.
Cheers to the eyes.
It's not. I didn't kill her.
I know. We're not blaming you.
It's funny though because I did pitch to kill her, and then they were like, no. She's dying in the set before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh,
So I would have killed her.
Right. if the story didn't get to her first, I was going to.
The Dominaria Remastered story of Jedi number.
She died in.
She died in Dominaria.
Oh, not yeah. Dominaria.
Oh, okay, so she would have died in
Remastered.
Mom then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She died.
No, she would have died in Mom if Kira got her way.
Yeah.
Would you be able to say how you would have? Like, what would her?
No, I mean, it didn't come to that. It was when we were doing Mom. There was a lot of top level discussion about it beforehand, and one of the things was like, which planeswalkers are we featuring here, and which ones can we kill? And so I had pitched Jaya in that one where I was like, oh, we could kill Jaya here, and then they're like, no, we can't kill Jaya. She's already
dead. Oh my Womo.
Yeah.
Lev, I'm gonna hit you for 3 in the air.
I will take the 3 in the air.
Cool.
Boop, boop.
I will activate Chandra's 0 ability twice. That'll show you.
Oh boy, we're in trouble.
Not at all. I don't even not even close.
I mean, I don't think that genre's ultimate is scary. If my memory's right.
I mean, it's a 3-mana
Chandra
planeswalker, so
doesn't really have what was it? You may cast target instant or sorcery with converted mana cost.
Less from her graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not even that bad.
That's her -2. She was able to do that twice just from being cast. But anyway, I will pass.
All right.
I still remember with that Planeswalker, the primary thing that people play that card for, other than Planeswalker shenanigans,
Elementals.
was played in Elementals too, but also Rakdos Sack, because just the fact
Oh,
that
yeah,
Mayhem Devil and you sacrifice the Elementals, ping, essentially.
That's true. So you're the cutie. Hi.
And sideways, play Hammer of Nazan.
Hammer of Nazan. There it is.
And it gets immediately attached to my boy Kellen.
It sure does. The child, the boy.
The child, the boy. Who,
Which child do you like writing more?
You're asking me to pick my favorite child?
I am.
What's the pool here?
Well, it's either Kellen. Ooh, okay. Kellen, you didn't write Amalia at all. I don't think.
No, I didn't.
No, okay. Kellen, Loot. I don't know what other.
Genre.
Chandra.
Oh, I mean, yeah, or Chandra. Yeah, okay.
Kellen, Lute, or Chandra. Man, Lute was actually an interesting process. There was a lot of back and forth about how we should write him because this was the first time that he gets a point of view character.
Right.
So it was interesting getting to know him. I feel like I don't know him well enough to write at length. Chandra, obviously, I've written a ton of. I don't even have to think when I write Chandra at this point. It's just like it's very natural to me.
Mm-hmm.
Kellen, I do have to think a little bit, but I enjoy writing Kellen very much. I would say in terms of enjoyment, probably Kellen. In terms of ease, it's Chandra.
Fair enough. You heard it here first.
All right, I've got
Speaking
a
of which,
4-2.
who's going to get hit by Kellen?
Yeah,
I've
speaking
got
of
the
Kellen.
4-2 double striker. Let's look around here.
Well, you'd never hit Chandra with Kellen.
I would never hit.
You would
I
never
would
do
never have my children fight.
Right.
Kanaios and Tiro have 8 toughness, which I feel like I didn't know. 8 toughness.
I feel like someone
Good
should have
Lord.
mentioned that.
I mean, those pharaohs, they have big butts.
They've got big booties, those guys.
They
All
do.
Right. You can gang block, but they changed the way that works
It
recently.
doesn't. It not in any beneficial, not in any way that matters. And honestly,
Yeah.
if Lev were the gang block, then sure, you just killed more creatures.
Yeah, that's true. Because I can just recast Kellen. He's not even that expensive.
Kellen's indestructible.
Oh yeah, he is. All right. I will swing at you, Lev. He's a 4-2
Okey-dokey.
double striker.
No trample?
No trample.
I'll
Yet.
chump with the Sandstorm Savager. Boop.
Heard. And that'll be it for me. Pass.
Kellen the
Untap,
killer.
upkeep, draw. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-boo. Okay. Well, I currently have 2 artifacts on the battlefield. This actually that will be my 3rd, and my newest addition to the deck. I'll play a Mox Opal.
Nice.
In your lore, Kira, has Kellen heard about the race?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I guess...
Thunder Junction. I mean, he might be gallivanting around outside of Thunder Junction, but if he's on Thunder Junction, I feel like somebody would have brought like some kind of interplanar TV set or some shit. You know?
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Wait. Yeah. No. This is the real question.
Okay.
How do people?
No. Here's
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. The question is, if there is an interplanar TV, is he like watching the race with Milia? Like, having
obviously.
Oh, for sure. Oh my god! Oh my god! Go ahead.
I feel like if there is like interplanar TV, because again, Avishkar is trying to project soft power, so something that I could see them doing is setting up some kind of relay system. Whether that's having somebody go through the Omen paths with the tape, so to speak, of the race and playing that for people, or if they are figuring out some sort of like actual live broadcast. I feel like a live broadcast is a stretch, but I can see them bringing the tape out to show people. I think if they do that, it's going to be like when people watch the Dragon Ball finale and it's projected on this like big movie screen or something, and everybody goes to watch it. I feel like it's something like that, where it's it's projected somewhere and everybody has to go over there and accept their pamphlet about how great Avishkar is.
I love that. Yeah, and it's definitely a date night for sure. They're just like cuddled up.
Yeah, absolutely date night.
Anyway, I'm gonna play Rose. Then I'll just play my land for the turn, Hedge Maze. I'll surveil 1.
What
I'll keep that on top.
You know that one meme?
Oh, you were saying?
No, keep going. Keep playing because we're yapping over playing.
Sorry, what did you play? I didn't catch what
that. Mox and Rosie.
I'm just gonna swing at you with a 0/3 just to make a clue token.
He played the Mox and it's not Rosie. What's that card?
Rose. I think it is. Yeah, Rose Cutthroat Raider.
Yeah, it's from the.
And also, I'll be making a junk token as well from the attack from Fallout.
From Fallout, yeah.
Okay,
Rose
I was
colored
just trying
ring.
to figure out which one it was. I was like,
Yeah.
what do we got here?
No worries. No, now I'm having the mental image of how Kellen would survive in the wasteland.
He's scrappy.
He's scrappy, yeah. No,
He's
but
a farm boy, but
but
he's
he's-
scrappy.
True,
but he's
true.
so trusting. So he'd get like, oh my god, a settlement needs your help, and he'd be like, I'm on my way. Another
Yeah.
settlement needs your help. I'm on my way.
My way.
I'm not, yep, that's definitely Kellen. Anyway,
Mhm.
I about to turn after that.
You know the meme of just like I think I like you. It's like the couple, and one of them's like, I think I like you, and then the other one's just like, I thought we've been dating for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Is that Amalia and Kellen?
That feels like the
That
vibe.
okay, but which one is which one is which?
Soul Ring?
Oh man, I feel
Ooh.
like Helen is the one who's
Yeah,
like,
so
I
let's
thought
say
we've been
Kellen.
dating.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Because Amalia has like work and stuff, and she like
Mhm.
likes Helen, but she's got other shit she's doing.
Yeah, I mean, no, she is her own person. She like, I mean, that's what. Hey, listen, that's why Kellen's just like, oh, she's just like exploring the Rebel Belt. It's like whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
Helen's like her little trophy boyfriend. I love that.
I love that. I love that for them. Keep them together. Don't take them apart, Kira. Don't Jason Vraska them.
I like them together too. I think they're very cute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing monologue tag.
They are
Patrolling the
It's
Mojave
a
makes you wish for a
monologue
nuclear
tag.
human
winter.
and
Exactly.
vampire couple.
And so I
Monologue
have,
tax.
so whenever you player cast their second spell,
Human credit.
I
Okay.
create a treasure token.
Mhm.
And then we'll go 1, 2, and 3 for Dryad of the Elysian Grove.
Sexy,
Ooh.
stupid, sexy man.
And that'll
That
give
stupid
me
sexy
a
man that helps fix your
life.
lands.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see here. I will just pass the turn on instep. Kianos will trigger, so I will draw a card, and then I may play a land. We may play land. I'm going to draw each opponent who did. Wait, no. Each player may play a land. Each opponent who didn't. So if I still draw just one card. I do have a land actually. Did I just draw just true land? So I'll play a Seagate, and I will make the other color be black.
They put
All right.
Okay.
Card.
I fucking hate these cards. I guess since it's a gate, it makes sense, but I am staunchly opposed to the lands that you have to remember the color.
Yeah,
In
what-
anything but
usually
2
I
colors.
need to
Yeah.
give me some markers for it, but yeah, because I'm like, sometimes I forget. But right now, as long as Dryad's out here, I don't have to necessarily remember.
Right.
But down the road,
But-
I might. So.
And as you said, this is from the deck. Like, it's straight out the box, right?
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
did not change
Yep,
anything.
out of the
Right.
box. I
And
can
that, no,
attest
and
to
that's
that.
fine. I'm not saying that's bad. But it's just like them making that is just like, okay, this is a 5-color deck. Right. And now they're just like, okay, like, do whatever you can to remember. I hate these cards. And they keep putting them in 3-color decks, too.
The
like-
only real reason I think they did it is because one of the win cons is a gate win con with Maze's End.
Right, no, I get
So-
I get why
Yeah.
it's there in terms of just like it's a gate, so they need it. But like those cards in general, they
There are
keep putting them
some
in 3-color and
better-
higher
yeah.
decks.
There are also some better like lands you could get besides that aren't going to like be expensive. So to say,
Right.
too. But yeah, that is
Yeah.
my turn.
Yeah.
So in turn.
Mhm.
Well, everyone trigger the trigger. We're still on the end step there, so you may either draw a card or put a land into play.
I'll put a land into play.
I will draw.
I already drawn. Ba-doo.
Yep, we're all getting settled over here.
But yeah, it's one of those things where
Coach Blitzer,
the
yeah,
brain is
absolutely.
limited
What's up?
land, so to speak. EDH, it's always the catch-22 where it's just the tracking of them, unless you have a specific device for the lands, are always relatively tricky. And then sometimes you get forgetful, and then you just have the awkward conversation and trying to remember it.
Right. That's what
So
I
get
don't like
where
about
Kara's
them.
coming from.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about them. It's like,
I
if go
I
ahead.
would remember it right now because I don't have any black source, so that's why I chose black.
Sure. I mean, that makes sense, but it's like, and it's not going to matter anyway. Like, in 5 turns from now, you're just like, oh, I think this is like whatever, man. I'm not going to like play back the tapes and be mad. Like, I don't care. But like, Magic playing philosophy-wise is one of my least favorite things that they put in Commander decks nowadays, because I I think that they're not good. I think. I mean, I just don't like them. I just straight, and they continuously put them in every 3-color or more deck, like all the time, and it's the first things I take out. The first things. Okay.
Yeah, girl, we got a question for you.
Oh, yes. If you get some color-coded tokens and place on the card when you play it, which is what people do, but like that's so much extra shit, and it's a goofy, uncommon land that I don't like. So I'm gonna get a special token just to remember that I like that was green. Like make it on a card that I like. I like planeswalkers. You know what I mean? So I put
Then you
Emrakul the
knock-
Promised
or
Land
then
to
you
them.
knock that token off, and you have like 2 of them on the board.
Oh my god, yes, yeah.
Like, it's not a bad idea.
Oh, sorry.
I guess in action, your best option would be to get
No, you're good.
dry erase
Shut that
markers
down.
and then put a dot.
Yeah,
on it.
like an infinite token or something, like one of the little label ones.
So I pulled
Like the
Emrakul the
little
Promised Land
dot
today from
ones.
a pack, and I want to make a deck for it. I don't know if I should do Animar, Kozilek, or make Emrakul the commander. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna go for funny. Emrakul as the commander is way funny.
You're not gonna
way
make very
funny.
many friends.
Yeah, you know what's
If-
gonna want to play again.
No.
I hate to say
If
this,
you're
but
if you're
it's on the
goofy
Emrakul.
enough, if you're hold on, the Promised Land is the one where you take. Okay, hold on. You take
control of
someone's
the enemy
turn.
player, yeah.
But then they get a turn after that anyway. That's
Uh-huh.
goofy as hell. Okay? That's goofy as hell. Because you could just be like, alright, Kira, I'm gonna take Kellen and I'm gonna beat the shit out of Lev. Alright? And then on your turn, you also beat the shit out of Lev.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Right? It's just that you could. It's just that you could.